513, 131. We're in front of the police station. Stop running!
On February 27th, 2024, a Hollywood Police Department officer in Florida approached a woman outside a First Watch restaurant based on a live shoplifting tip from Target Loss Prevention. What followed a refusal to identify, a foot chase, a physical arrest, and a suspect who ran straight into the doors of a police headquarters raises a precise legal question. At each decision point, who was within the law and who was not?
Okay, keep your hand out of the bag, put it down, put the phone down, and give me an ID.
An ID? For what, sir?
Ma'am, I will place you under arrest and you should start
I didn't do
cooperating.
anything.
Okay. They told me at Target you stole a bag of stuff.
I didn't steal anything,
okay,
sir.
don't argue with me. Just give me your ID and we'll figure this out.
I didn't steal anything, sir. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm a regular citizen. I'm on the phone with my mom. I didn't do anything wrong.
Your ID.
I don't have an ID, sir. I do not have an ID. Mom, can you come to first place right here? Because I'm being harassed by an officer. What is your name, sir?
Sit down.
What's your name?
212, you got a 94 in a row?
Yes, Mom. Yeah, because I'm being harassed. I literally just came out of First Watch and now Officer Justice. What is your badge number, sir?
Sit down.
Sir, what is your badge? I know my rights. I know my rights, sir.
Turn around.
Hold on, no. I'm not turning around now. I'm not turning around. What the hell?
Oh. I'm 13, 131. We're in front of the police station. Alright, we're going north of Hollywood Boulevard. Stop running! Alright.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong. Can I call my mom? I didn't do. Ow! Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Tough row.
I have two kids. I didn't do anything.
13, we'll have her in custody. We're on FedEx.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Put your hand behind your back.
All right, my mom is on the phone.
I don't care.
I got this.
Turn around.
Because you were trying to detain me and I didn't do anything. Sir, please, I just got surgery.
That's your fault.
I didn't do anything wrong. You wanted to detain me
FedEx.
for no reason.
On the boulevard, we got her in custody.
Go anybody else in?
Sir,
Shut up.
y'all trying to accuse me of
Stop talking.
and I just literally came out of First Watch.
Stop talking.
Can you put my shoe on? Y'all just scared me. My brother died from the police officer.
Okay.
Like, y'all scaring me. Of course I'm gonna run away.
Man, get off. Stop talking to me. Stop talking.
Sir, I didn't mean for you to fall. Ow!
Stop talking.
My phone.
Turn around.
Sir, my
Turn
phone.
around.
Ow, my phone.
I'm not worried about nothing.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, up in it.
Can you please give me my
Sit down. Sit down in there.
Can you please get
Sit down in there.
Sir, please, I will cooperate. I just want to talk to my
Get in.
mom.
You're not talking to no one. You're under arrest.
All right.
You go get my sunglasses. I'll drop them across the street.
Can you please give me my phone? That's all I ask. That's all I ask, sir. Where was she?
First Watch.
And she ran where?
Straight to headquarters.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Officer, can I please have my phone?
You want to search her? We didn't search her.
Let me get gloves. Please, ma'am, can I just please call my mom?
Okay.
She has my phone. That's my phone right there.
I will.
I just need to let her know what's going on.
But at first, I need you to pat you down.
Okay, ma'am, can I tell you the reason why I ran?
Yes.
Because I felt like I was being questioned and I didn't do anything wrong.
Questioned by who?
By that officer right there.
Okay, so were you not just at Target?
Yes, I was in Target.
Did you do anything at Target? Be aware, don't lie, because there are cameras everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
So if there's a reason why we're interacting with you, it's because there's a reason. So think about what you did at Target that would have had us look for you specifically,
I
because
understand, I'm
you're
25
very
years old.
specific. You have red braids, you know what I'm saying? So what did you do at Target?
I just met up with my friend at Target. She handed me a bag and I came in here and first watched to use the bathroom. As soon as I came out, the
Your
police...
friend handed you a bag at Target?
A Spanish friend that just came from Target.
You don't know what was in that bag?
No, ma'am. It was all I saw was on top was a black coat on top. He asked me for my ID. I told him that my ID was I don't have on. I just
Your ID on you?
my ID should it's right there in my bag.
Just face the car, please.
Hey, her bag of shit.
What was that?
She set it down on the bench in front.
And my foot hurt.
Just
Do you have
naturally
anything else? No, I just have a
We just
shirt on.
naturally run from the police.
No, I was just scared, bro. I just got out of jail like 2 months ago over some bullshit. The same bullshit. Like anything on you? No, it's just a bra. Oh, sure.
Hey, we gotta do a show up or anything like that?
We're doing it now.
All right.
I'm just asking this. Can I get my mom number? That's
I will call. I'll give you the opportunity to call your mom. Give me a second. Sit down.
And this hurts under my legs.
What's under your leg? Okay, we'll have you checked out.
That's all I'm asking.
You know your mom's
It's in my phone. All I gotta do is put my fingerprint and I can
Okay,
write down.
just put
the
your
number.
feet inside
That's
it.
Is your car?
No. You just open it. Which one is it? Two.
This one. Please. She has my kids. I just got freaking scared, bro. I got kids.
You're not gonna have stolen merchandise in that bag that your friend gave you?
No, man, not that I'm aware of. I promise you that.
Not that you're aware of, or not, or you know for sure that it's not gonna be stolen.
I haven't even looked inside.
So
of it.
what was she saying that you were meeting up for?
She just.
Yeah, his leg.
And can you write it down, please?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I want to speak to her.
No.
She just came out of service.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Officer Bromley with the Hollywood Police Department. Your daughter, we just stopped her and detained her because apparently she was stealing at Target. They were looking at her right now. They were looking at her through the cameras as she was placing things into her bag, and she walked out of the business with all the stuff that she had stolen.
Okay.
Okay, so I will call you back as soon as we make a decision or we figure out what's going on. She started running from the police, and that's how we got involved, okay?
Hey, where's your LP lady?
Let's please speak to my mom. She just got out of surgery and she got my kids. I just want to talk to her.
Okay. That's gonna be up to the arresting officer to make that decision.
But what am I getting arrested for?
Right now, you're being detained as far as like pending a further investigation.
Okay, I understand I ran. I have anxiety, bro. He asked me for my ID. I told him that it was in my bag, and he was trying to basically pull the handcuffs on me, so I just ran, bro. I never
Okay.
been in jail other than last 2 months ago over my baby dad. That's it, bro. I got a job at Wardlow as a customer service associate. I have 2 kids, bro. I'm 25. I know what I have to do in my life. I just want to speak to my mom, but she's not my kid. I'm supposed to go to court today and talk to my
I mean, the biggest thing right now is 25-year-old and you got kids and they're with your mom. You know your kids are safe right now.
Yeah, your mom said she has your kids. I told her I'd call her back in 20 minutes or so. And I'll write down your number.
Because I was supposed to talk to her because I have to go to court about something with my...
Yeah, well, right now, we're not dealing with that. You asked me if I could call her to let her know.
The number?
Yes, I will write that down. Just let us figure it out first.
I have the white female victim going to identify the suspect. Starting mileage 2320. It's literally just across the parking lot.
Okay. Where'd she go?
She ran from us.
Oh, I figured.
She ran almost into the front door of the police department.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, that's awkward.
She got a warrant. She got 3.
That's 3 on.
I'll make them put the
All right.
One off on?
Just step out for us, ma'am.
It's just my leg.
What's wrong with your leg?
I got anxiety. When they
Just turn this way for me, all right?
She's hit us 4 or 5 times in the past 2 weeks. Yes, that's her.
212 positive ID.
All right, just have a seat.
Positive ID 923.
What's wrong with your leg? You said.
When I ran
When you were
and they detained me,
So do you want me to call rescue to come check you out? Check your foot? Do you have a cut or anything like that, or just pain? Yeah, it's abrasion on there. Let me see it. All right, minor little abrasion. All right, that's what you got from right here.
Yeah.
All right, so you got rescue come ID. We'll take a picture. All right, you have anxiety. All right. Bravo 14. All right, just put your foot in.
Bravo 14.
Could you have rescue respond?
Hey, you got a victim statement?
I'm sorry, we're requesting rescue
Yeah.
response
Yeah.
reference.
The female complaint is complaint of leg pain.
Adult female complaining of leg pain and she is cautious and breathing.
10-4, conscious and breathing.
Get too old for this shit. Get the hell the door open. She just ran right into the police department.
You need a complaint? We don't need the shoplifting, right?
That's fine. I'll have her listed all on here. Thanks, man.
Officer.
Yep.
Did y'all just say I had a warrant for my arrest?
Yeah, but listen. I'm gonna tell you this, right?
Yeah, be more honest.
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
Where you went wrong here, and I'm not gonna. You're a big girl. I'm not gonna talk to you like a child. When you run from the cops, and that creates something that now we have to do a lot of documentation for something that could have been handled so easily. It could have been a ticket. You know what I mean? Honestly, all right. So
what was the warrant for?
I don't even know. You're being charged for resisting without violence. He hurt his leg, all types of stuff. All right. For you understand what I mean?
Who hurt his leg?
He hurt his leg too. All right.
Did you run?
I did.
Oh, good for you.
I just told my little town I'm getting too old for this shit, too.
That's awesome.
Luckily, my partner can run faster than me right now.
That's awesome. Oh, man.
So you're going to be charged with the crime. Keep your feet in there. You're going to be charged with the theft. So after we get a total for everything, it's going to be petty or grand. Has a total of everything.
All right.
There is video. Been positively identified. Everything's done. And you will charge you as well with the warrant and also obstruction because you ran from the police. Now, I'll give you clear, concise verbal commands to stop running after Officer Justin when he had contact with you. So with all that, now you're stacked probably your charges. Next time you'd be better just sitting there dealing with the problem and being done instead of elevating all these charges.
Right.
Okay, so sit tight and we're going to start in a few.
So what was the warrant for?
I don't know yet. They're confirming for me. I didn't check. I'll let you know though when I'm done. Yeah, you photographed both bags. She dumped the flowery bag inside the first watch trash can. And then the item inside there was Target bag. So I can see on camera which bag was she using.
Well, she picked up the bag inside.
Yeah, so she probably used this.
Yeah.
I think so.
So she dumped it inside First Watch?
Yeah, that's part of Target. That's it. It has a tag on. So you can lay it all out if you want. Probably want to take a picture with it in person. Okay. All right.
6,800
How much was it? I'm going to the total now. They can hold it for me.
She had no priors.
Oh yeah, she got priors. Yeah, she got warrants.
Shoplifting.
Yeah, it's a petty theft charge, so they're going to elevate it at some point.
All right.
I'll let it stay there.
Cool.
And I think they said they have problems with her, so they got other video of her doing it, so they can give it to the state for the case and they'll upcharge it.
Pretty sure she wasn't by herself.
No way.
Because the other guy this ID right here, I arrested him already. I arrested him before.
Well, she went straight here, so he might be in a parking lot. She's walking through.
Yeah. I arrested him on the east side. He was beating up his pregnant sister, and they both had fentanyl on them.
Jimmy, you want to transfer to mine or you want to hang out?
Where you want to go? I'll go back out west.
Either way.
Not throwing your car, I'll go back out west, I don't mind.
Now, let's break down the legal analysis. The initial stop is governed by Terry v. Ohio, 1968. The Supreme Court held that an officer may briefly detain an individual based on reasonable, articulable suspicion of criminal activity, a threshold lower than probable cause, but requiring specific, articulable facts. Here, target loss prevention observed the subject on live surveillance, concealing merchandise and exiting without payment, then immediately relayed a specific physical description to officers. That is precisely the kind of contemporaneous, particularized tip that satisfies the Terry standard. The stop was constitutionally valid from the first moment of contact. Building on that valid stop, the demand for identification carries equal legal weight. Under Florida Statute Section 901.151, the Florida Stop and Frisk Law, and Section 856.021, a person who is lawfully detained is legally obligated to identify themselves. This is not a gray area. Florida is a stop and identify state, and the subject's refusal was not an exercise of a constitutional right. It was a violation of state statute, chargeable as a standalone offense. The legal authority for the ID demand was clear. When the subject fled, the legal calculus shifted entirely. Illinois v. Wardlow, decided in 2000, established that unprovoked flight from law enforcement is a recognized factor in the probable cause analysis. Simultaneously, California v. Hodari D. 1991 confirmed that no Fourth Amendment seizure occurs until physical restraint is applied, meaning the subject's flight itself carried no constitutional protection. Add to this 3 active outstanding warrants confirmed by records check, and officers held independent, concurrent probable cause for a lawful warrantless arrest on multiple grounds. The physical force used to effect that arrest is evaluated. Under Graham v. Connor, 1989, the Supreme Court was explicit. Reasonableness must be assessed. From the perspective of a reasonable officer on the scene, not with the clarity of hindsight, 3 factors drive the Graham inquiry: the severity of the suspected offense, whether the subject posed an immediate threat, and the degree of active resistance. Here, the subject was suspected of theft, was actively fleeing, and physically resisted the takedown. The force applied soft, empty hand control, resulting in a minor abrasion, was proportionate to that resistance. No Fourth Amendment violation occurred. On the theft charge itself, Florida Statute Section 812.014 requires the prosecution to prove intent to deprive the owner of the property. The subject offered a defense of innocent possession, claiming a friend handed her the bag without her knowledge of its contents. That defense, however, was legally compromised by a single act: discarding the bag inside the first watch trash can immediately upon police contact. Under Florida evidence law, that act of discarding is admissible as consciousness of guilt, direct evidence that the subject knew the bag's contents were unlawfully obtained. Layered against LP surveillance footage, a positive show-up identification, and 4 to 5 prior incidents at the same store, the evidentiary record against the innocent possession defense is formidable. One procedural concern, however, cannot be overlooked. Miranda v. Arizona 1966 requires that prior to any custodial interrogation, a detained individual must be advised of the right to remain silent and the right to counsel. No Miranda advisement was captured on camera before Officer Bramley's post-arrest interview. While Bramley's questioning was conversational rather than coercive, the legal standard does not turn on tone. It turns on custody plus interrogation. Any statements made during this exchange are subject to suppression under a standard Fifth Amendment motion. Separately, the show-up identification was not documented against the suggestiveness criteria established in Neal v. Biggers, 1972, leaving a second potential suppression issue unaddressed. These are not minor procedural oversights. They are vulnerabilities in the prosecution's case. Officer Justice receives a B+. The Terry stop was legally grounded. The ID demand was authorized under Florida Statute 901.151. The use of force continuum was properly followed. Verbal commands were issued before physical contact, and the force applied was proportionate under Graham v. Connor. 2 factors prevent a higher grade. First, the initial approach lacked a brief contextual statement about the LP tip, which may have reduced the subject's panic-driven flight response. Second, when the subject's hand remained inside an unsearched bag, The officer's reactionary gap was tactically insufficient given the unknown risk. These are refinements, not constitutional failures, and overall, Officer Justice's conduct was legally defensible throughout. The subject receives a D. It bears stating directly every charge she faces beyond the original theft allegation was produced entirely by her own decisions after initial contact. Refusing to identify violated Florida Statutes Section 856.021. Flight constituted resisting without violence under Section 843.02, a first-degree misdemeanor carrying up to 1 year in county jail, independent of whether the theft charge is ultimately sustained. Discarding the bag dismantled her primary defense. And 3 outstanding warrants converted a detainable situation into an unavoidable custodial arrest. The subject did not simply make poor choices, she made choices that each carried a distinct criminal consequence. This encounter closes with 3 lessons that extend well beyond the facts of this case. The first concerns the moment of contact itself. Not all police encounters are equal under the law. A consensual encounter, a Terry investigative stop, and a custodial arrest trigger different rights and impose different legal obligations. In Florida, failing to identify during a lawful Terry stop is not a protected act. It is a chargeable offense under Section 856.021. Knowing precisely where you stand in an encounter is the first and most consequential decision a person can make. From that foundation, the second lesson follows naturally. Flight does not create distance from legal jeopardy, it creates more of it. Under Wardlow, flight contributes to probable cause. Under Section 843.02, it adds a criminal charge. Under Hodari D, it forfeits Fourth Amendment protection during the pursuit. A subject who runs does not escape the encounter. They transform it, and almost always, to their own detriment. The third lesson belongs to law enforcement. A single sentence of context explaining the basis for a stop before issuing commands is not a tactical concession. It is a de-escalatory investment that can prevent the very flight that complicates every step that follows. Equally, Miranda advisements and documented show-up identification protocols are not formalities to be observed when convenient. They are the procedural infrastructure on which prosecutions stand, or, in their absence, collapse. The law creates the authority to act. Procedure determines whether that action holds. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Audit the Court, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.